Well, hello friends. Where have you guys been? I bet you're asking me the same thing because I have not had a recipe video in what seems like forever. So if you're new and you have no idea who I am, my name is Kristi and I do low carb and keto related videos. Don't let this sunshine fool you. It's cold here today, so I'm having a big old cup of keto hot chocolate. And I'm sure you've already seen the thumbnail, so you know what's coming. Are you ready? Check out what I made. What? Are these not absolutely the cutest things you've ever seen? They're currently all over TikTok, Instagram, the internet. You can't go to any of those platforms without hot chocolate bombs popping up. Okay, let me zoom in really close so you can check out this beauty. Is it not absolutely amazing? And let me mention, this is low carb, sugar-free, keto friendly. My oldest daughter has been talking about these for weeks now. We ordered the molds. We got all the ingredients that were keto low carb friendly so we could make them and have them in our household this holiday season. Don't get me wrong, these are going to be amazing all winter. I contacted a few of the companies that I used in my recipe to see if I could get a special discount code. So I did make mine with some collagen because it gives it extra flavor, extra sweetness, and we're getting in our collagen and we all know how important that is. So Perfect Keto did give me a 20% off code on their collagen, and that's going to be good through February. I'm going to have the link below in the description box and also the discount code that you need. Chalk Zero gave me a discount code that'll be down there. I like using their chips better because in my opinion they melt smoother and they have a better consistency. I mean, check out how shiny and beautiful that is. They have white chocolate, dark chocolate, milk chocolate, and during the holiday season, they usually have the peppermint. So if you need any of these ingredients that I mentioned, along with the silicone molds that we used in this video, they're gonna be below for you. So make sure you check them out. Okay, let's go ahead and get started and let me show you how easy it is to make these hot cocoa bombs. Here's some of the items that I'm using. Any products used like these silicone molds will be linked below for you. I just picked these up off of Amazon. Your pure sweetener, your Lily's chocolate, your cocoa powder, your Lily's peppermint chips, things like that can be picked up at Walmart. I did order the Chalk Zero products from their website. I also have a Lakanto discount, but if you have a powdered sweetener that's keto friendly that you like to use what you want. Again, you can use your favorite products in this. This is very, very versatile. I'm gonna be using Chalk Zero baking chips. This is the dark chocolate sugar-free chips, and this is the 7-ounce bag. I did order these. You can pick up Lily's at Walmart or some other grocery stores. Also, this is the 7-ounce bag. The Lily's comes in a ton of different varieties. In today's recipe though, we're using the Chalk Zero dark chocolate chips. We're gonna melt those and then we're going to put them in our molds. These can be melted really easy in the microwave. I melted these in 15-second intervals and I would stir. It took an entire minute to get them to the consistency we wanted. Now I've put my mold on a baking sheet. Now what we're gonna do is this is stirred up, all the chips are gone. We're just gonna take our spoon and we're gonna put it all around the inside. I'm using a silicone spoon. Karrigans over here and she's using just a regular metal spoon. I'm finding it's easier to get it up the sides with the silicone. You do not want to overfill these. I'm going to do it in a 2-layer process. For me, just going to be easier. So I've went ahead and made sure I didn't get too much in here. I got it all the way up to the top. We have both molds filled up. We have a little bit of our chocolate left. I'm gonna put these in the freezer so that they set up. It shouldn't probably take any more than 5 to 10 minutes. Then we're gonna pull them back out And with what little bits left, we're going to reinforce the sides because we don't want those to be too weak. We want to be able to melt the sides and bond the two pieces together once we put the filling in. So I'm going to go ahead and put these in the freezer for just a few minutes. Okay, these have been in about 7 or 8 minutes now, and you can see where they've set up. But look, we've missed a couple of spots. That's why I want to just reinforce the sides a little bit, not too much. We're just going to put it right around the edges to make sure these are going to be really strong when we pop them out of the molds. The insides do not need to be pretty because no one is going to see them. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick these back in the freezer for just a few minutes. You'll know when they're completely hard and set up. You can go ahead and pull those out then, but you want to make sure they're completely set up before you try to pop them out. So while those are setting up in the molds in the freezer, let's talk about what we're going to put inside. There's going to be two main components. The first one is going to be unsweetened cocoa powder. This is the one that I've just picked up at Aldi, and it is just baking cocoa, 100% cocoa, unsweetened. This one is really good. Let's look at the back real quick, just so you know. 1 tablespoon, 10 calories, 0.5 in fat, 3 carbs, 1 fiber, and 1 protein. We're gonna be using 1 tablespoon of this. Then the next item you're gonna need is keto sweetener of choice, whatever is your favorite. You can use granular if you want. If you prefer, you can use powdered. I'm gonna be using the powdered Lakanto. This one is the monk fruit sweetened, and I'm gonna be using 1 tablespoon of it. Everything else is where you get to customize it yourself. So inside some of these, after we put our sweetener and our cocoa, we're gonna put some of the peppermint Lollis chips. In a few of them, I'm gonna add some collagen because it's gonna give it some extra sweetness. Plus, I'm gonna get my collagen in. So the two that I have out are the cinnamon toast and the chocolate. Their collagen is my absolute favorite because it mixes up so well. Also, if you want it sweeter and you don't want to add other things like this, you can add more powdered sugar or granulated sugar. For us, since we're going to be adding these other things, I don't think it's going to need extra sweetener. Since we're making 6 cocoa bombs, I want to go ahead and get the 2 main ingredients put in this glass bowl and mix together. I'm going to put 6 tablespoons of unsweetened baking cocoa and 6 tablespoons of my powdered sugar. What you want is 1 tablespoon of unsweetened cocoa powder per bomb. Now we're going to go ahead and add our 6 tablespoons of powdered sugar, then whisk that together until you get it mixed completely. There are a ton of different recipes online of how you can make your own powdered cocoa mix, so use whichever one is best for you. These were in there just a few extra minutes, just long enough for the sides to set up, but you can see these are going to come loose really easy. You want to take your time with this and don't rush yourself. I'm going to start by just pulling these around the edge to loosen them up. You want to be really gentle with them, but where they're in these silicone molds, they're going to pop out really easy. And there's what it looks like. They're popping out of these molds great. These are a good set to get. Again, you're going to get 2. I'll have these linked below. When we pop them out, we're just putting them over here on a plate. So to get these to stick together, we do have to melt the edges so that when we close it, it's going to bond. So go ahead and put a pan on your stove. My pan is on low just to get it warm, and we're just going to move this around till it flattens the edges and starts to melt it a little bit. Karrigans got some of her mixture in there, and she's also going to add some other items. This one is hers. She's putting some perfect keto collagen, not too much. Which one did you put?
The chocolate.
She's putting the chocolate in there, and then she's going to put some Lollis baking chips. So she's putting a little bit of the milk chocolate and also the peppermint. Now we're going to take the other half of our sphere, go ahead and melt that a little bit. Then we're going to put them both together and hold them and get them placed. There you go. And then we're just gonna sit it down to cool. Now you're just gonna keep repeating the process. Just do these the way you want. So this one, she put a big heaping scoop of the chocolate and powdered sugar in there, some of the Lollis chocolates. We're also gonna add some of the cinnamon toast collagen for flavor. And then we're just gonna place it together. Wanting to decorate the tops of these. So the ones that have peppermint in them, we're going to melt some of the Lollis peppermint flavored baking chips in the microwave and then drizzle it over top. To this one, I'm going to add half of a scoop of the salted caramel collagen, and then inside of it, I'm going to add some of the butterscotch flavored Lollis baking chips. And on top of that one, we just melted some of the butterscotch flavored chips and drizzled it on top so we would know which one this was. The main reason I like to use the flavored Perfect Keto Collagens in my cocoa bombs is because it gives it extra sweetness without putting too much keto-friendly sweeteners. So this works for me, plus it gives it a little bit of extra flavor. You can customize these so many different ways. You already know that Lily's has a ton of different flavors. We're just going to be putting them in baking cups. This is the 50 count. These are the larger ones, and then I also have just the regular ones that are Christmas design. I think I picked these up at Dollar Tree. I'm not sure. They're also a 50 count. They fit perfectly in there. So when we get ready to use one of these, what we're going to do is just take our unsweetened vanilla almond milk, around 6 to 8 ounces of that, and I'm just going to warm it up on the stove. So when we put this in a mug over top of our hot chocolate bomb, it melts. Put it in there first and then pour my warm unsweetened almond milk over top. On top of it, sugar-free whipped heavy cream. These are extremely rich, but they are so good. Everything will be linked below that you need for this. I will have discount codes as well if you want to order Chalk Zero or Perfect Keto. I store mine in the refrigerator, but you can store them however you want. I know what's coming, and before you even ask, no, I did not figure out the macros. I don't know how many carbs are in this because it's so customizable. Each one of them has something different inside it. Yeah, I know I was a little extra in this video, but I was so excited about this one. There's so many different variations that you can incorporate. We have made several different varieties since this initial video. We've made our cocoa bombs with the peppermint, and then we filled them with cocoa and chocolate, and we drizzled different things on top. We've also made white chocolate bombs and put all the cocoa and things inside. You can do so much with these. Your immediate family can come on over. You can set up like a buffet bar and you can all make your own hot cocoa bomb. This is such a simple recipe. The kids are in love with it. So am I. So is my husband. Everybody thinks these are just the cutest thing ever, and they're delicious. So make sure you check the description box below if you need to stock up on some Perfect Keto Collagen and get 20% off of that. And if you need to get your Chalk Zero chips, they'll be down there too. Thanks for watching. Make sure you go ahead and hit the notification bell and subscribe before you leave. I hope everyone is doing well, and I hope you have a great holiday season. Bye.